Hello everyone, in this video you're going to see a bunch of character functions in C which will make you save a lot of time, literally a lot of time. So to use these character functions, you need to include the header file ctype.h. So here I've taken a string hello world and another string 1 space 3 space 5. So first character function is alpha. So using this function, we check whether a character is an alphabet. All these functions take character as an input. So using this alpha, we check whether a char is an alphabet. So I've passed a character string of 0, which is capital H. Hence, H is an alphabet. So it will return a non-zero value. Next is blank. Is blank is for checking space or a horizontal tab. So if I check this, then is blank of this will return a non-zero character. Similarly for these spaces and also for backslash t, which is horizontal tag. Next is punct is punctuation. So as the name suggests, it's checked for punctuation. So here I've passed string subscript 5. So string subscript 5 is a comma. So this is punctuation will return a non-zero value and hence this statement gets printed. Similarly for this exclamatory mark or for a colon or for a semicolon is punctuation will return a non-zero value. Then we have is digit. Now is digit checks whether a character is a digit or not. So I have passed the first or the 0th index of another string, which is 1. So since 1 is a digit, so is digit will return a non-zero value and hence printf statement will get executed. Next is graph. You might not hear graph, but graph represents all characters from 0 to 127. That means all the alphabets in lowercase, in uppercase, all the punctuation marks and numbers. These are all called graph characters. So any of these characters will prompt isGraph function to return a non-zero value. So in here I've passed again the 0th subscript of another string, which is 1, and hence isGraph will return a non-zero value. Remember, if any of these functions return 0, that means the condition is false. So if I pass a space for isGraph, it will return a 0. That means the condition is false. So printf statement will not get executed. We also have isLower, which checks for the case, lowercase of a character. Similarly, we have uppercase. If a character is in uppercase, it will return a non-zero value. And we also have isCntrl, which specifies that whether a character is a control character or not. In C, some of the control characters are \n, \t, \v. All of these characters are called control characters. And for these characters, the function is cntrl, return a non-zero value. Here, \n is a control character, so this statement gets executed. We also have a bunch of functions like is alnum, that stands for is alnum, if a character is alphanumeric or not. Right? So it returns a non-zero value whether a character in the form of an alphabet is passed or a number is passed. And similar to is blank, we have is space, which checks for space horizontal tab as done by is blank, but there are some other additional characters which it accepts as space. For example, we have \v, \v. This will also be accepted as a space by isSpace function. Okay, now let me execute this program to show. So H is an alphabet. You can see from here. Then space is a space character. Comma is a punctuation. 1 is a digit. 1 is a graph character. E is in lowercase. Capital H is in uppercase. And for this, it is a control character. So this is all about the character functions in C. These functions are very useful while writing complex programs. You may not need to create customized functions to check for a digit, check for the case of an alphabet, or check for a space, or check for special characters. So these functions will save you a lot of time so that you can focus on the main logic of the program.